Welcome to episode 45 of the Slab podcast, where the grades matter and there are no rules. Mr. Professor Oak, how you doing this evening?
Whoop whoop! Starting to feel a bit better. Still got a bit of a scratchy throat. It's still there, but I'm starting to improve. How are you doing? How was your Thanksgiving?
It was phenomenal. Ate
Yeah.
everything besides a green bean casserole. Thank God that didn't exist because we hosted. I made sure of that. I was ready to explode at the end of the night. All the pie and all this other crap. It was never put myself in a good position after Thanksgiving. What about you?
I ate a turkey breast. I did another turkey. I had like a second Thanksgiving dinner this weekend. I think it was Sunday I did it, and I had one of the breasts to myself, and it was probably almost 2 pounds in weight, and I crushed that. It was like half the plate, absolutely gigantic. But yeah, I loved it. Loved the turkey. No green bean casserole and all that crazy stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, that's
pretty
good.
sweet. Good family
Yeah.
time.
How was your charcuterie evening?
Good. Yeah, I made way too much, so we had leftovers for a while, but did some nice meats. I had some nice cheeses, some really nice aged Havarti, some creamy Havarti, some Irish cheddars, some Gouda. Good selection. I had pretty good selection of cheeses, fruits. Cherries, raisins, cranberries, that kind of stuff. Some apricot jam, fig jam. I made a sweet onion jam. Yeah, just a million different things. It was cool. It was fun. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw
Love
the
to cook.
picture. You had all the little signs up there.
Oh yeah, I forgot I
That,
posted that.
that looked legit. Nice.
Yeah, there was a lot. There's a couple of things missing off that. I made some. I don't remember if the Melba toast was there. I made some Melba toast, which I couldn't. I couldn't eat, but everybody seemed to enjoy that. That went over well. Just putting a little bit of the butter and the jams, the different fruit jams on there. Just nice. Just snacking on little different flavors and textures and stuff. It's fun. Yeah.
Did
Wish you
you
could have
have
been
a
there.
Did you have a butter board, or have you ever heard of seen one of these?
Yeah. I just didn't do it.
So good. My wife does one. Puts like brown sugar and honey, and she gets some like really nice raisin marble bread. Oh my God,
Real
it's
deal.
so bad. Just swipe it in the butter. It's so good. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah,
10 out of 10.
the it's like a sweet but savory, like you feel like full. It's not like candy type sweet,
Yeah.
like it's like a filling, like you feel good. Like it just makes you feel good, yeah,
Yep. Exactly.
for sure. I do I like to eat, despite how skinny I am. I love food. I love cooking it, I love eating it. Just the metabolism loves it more than me, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, enough talking about food, getting everybody hungry. We're gonna jump into the spicy topic, but before we do that, we're gonna do a giveaway. And all you gotta do is enter a spicy topic down below, and you get to enter to win the infamous Thor card with a Cosmo and Wanda label from CGC Cards. And I signed it, and Professor Oak's gonna sign it, and we're gonna send it to you. So all you gotta do is drop spicy topic, go down there and like your favorite one. You don't gotta be the favorite one. You don't have to be the most liked one. We're gonna throw all the spicy topics into a wheel, pick it at the end of the next video, so you'll be able to get a chance to win it. So you just need to drop a spicy topic. So please do it down below right now. Hit the like button while you're there, shall you? Last week, spicy topic. You want to read it? It might be about you.
All right, so let me read it word for word, so I don't butcher it. ZNG Emporium. I think that's one of those eBay seller guys. He said, Oak thinks the onions on green beans or marshmallows on sweet potatoes is crazy, but puts mayo on his pizza. I actually don't put mayo on my pizza. I scoop mayo with my pizza. Not to be too pedantic, but I'm a scooper. So, yeah, I love you, James. I do, but I really like pizza and mayo. It's a game changer. And yes, marshmallows on potatoes is ridiculous. I mean, that's mayo is designed to be put on food. Marshmallows is designed to be like part of like dessert. It's a sweet, not I don't know. It's crazy. But everybody agreed. Everybody thinks I'm crazy. So me against the world with the mayo situation, I guess. I don't know. What can I say? A little bit.
I think only one of those three things have the opportunity of going viral on YouTube Shorts and TikTok. And that is a grown man scooping mayonnaise with pizza and putting it in his mouth.
What I mean when I say scoop, I mean it looks like a small pile of mashed potato, like the mayo. It's and then I'll like fold it a little bit into like
Like a
a
spoon.
piece of a spoon stuff, and I'll
Challenge. You need to if you could, please. If you don't want to upload it, I will. Just record yourself. We're gonna try some pizza and some mayonnaise today. That'll get people's attention off the rip. And then you
Let's do
just
it.
need to just record you dipping into mayonnaise and chomping on that bitch.
What I could-
Guaranteed thousands
I-
of views.
what I could do to take it to the next level is I could scoop mayo with a slab and just eat the mayo.
That's you're dark. That's bad. That's bad. Do it with a Thor card, and then we'll give it away. No.
Yeah, we'll definitely get CGC sponsorship with that for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
I would.
For sure.
I mean, I would quite happily. I could even take it to the next level and make my own mayo. Not in that way, like actually make mayo and from scratch. Do it classy style. We can do that.
Okay.
Let's think about that. We'll think about it.
I like onions and marshmallows, but yeah, they don't need to go on potatoes or green bean casserole. Them themselves are good enough, for sure.
You know what, too, though? Like, I don't like sweet potatoes.
No, it's a shit tato. It's a shit tato.
I think they're gross. My wife loves them. Like, some people like them because people buy them. They clearly
Colors
exist in the
off-putting.
world.
Not a fan.
Is it even a potato? Like, what's going on there? I feel like it was. I don't know. It was birthed out of an error. I feel like it's an error potato.
South America they came from, though. Central or South America. Makes a lot of sense.
Definitely not Irish. I'll tell you that.
Definitely not Irish. You will not see those type of potatoes over there. I can guarantee you that.
I don't think I'd ever even seen a sweet potato until I came to America. I don't remember sweet potatoes in England.
I feel like that's how they feed like crows and stuff over in the UK, but
Probably
not with marshmallow though.
the coons.
Yeah, so we got off the food talk and we're back on it. That's just the way it goes here at the Slabbed podcast channel. That's the way.
Oh, I tell you what, let's stay on it because I got a spicy topic.
All right, let's hear it about food.
I could tell you right now, if Pokemon were real, I would definitely eat Pokemon. There's some tasty Pokemon that I would for sure eat. That's my spicy topic this week.
You a glizzy gobbler, bro?
There's only one of them in this room.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. I like it. It is a very sad time in the hobby with all of the pillars just going at each other. It's sad. It's sad to see all the attacks and all the bad stuff come. Like it's good that it's coming out, but it's just as a bystander, nobody with any attachment to any of it is like, it's like, why is mommy and daddy fighting? Like just throwing grenades left and right. It's sad. That's a long comment, but it's sad to see the current state.
When we talk about it next week, we should start an argument. We'll start our own drama.
Talking about old school Pokemon again or no?
Yeah, he could be a victim. We could do that.
You got to be a YouTuber
He'd respond.
on
No,
eBay.
I like him too much. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Unless he was in on the jest.
No, you've already roasted his life enough down in Orlando.
Behind closed doors. So what's going
Yep.
on? That's the spice topics. We have a giveaway up for grabs from someone in the comments with a like and a comment. He's going to be entered to win, signed by both of us, with an extra little bonus in there. That will be a nice little surprise. But what's going on in the world of Josh? I know you were at the card show. I know you've been selling a bunch of those slabs through your consigner. Like, you've been in a few things. What's going on?
Yeah, shout out to DC Sports. So DC Sports is not sponsored. They're a consignment company like Propstein, Z&G Emporium. But they had a pretty good rate for cards under $100, which is primarily what I sent them. I had about 620 like not personal collection slabs. So no Zapdos, no Digletts, no Kyogres, none of my Yu-Gi-Oh stuff really going out the door. But yeah, a bunch of stuff. I still have like PSA 9 first ed base, non-hollows, and all of that stuff. So I still got about 200 cards graded on me, but it was really good to be able to offload it because it was just stacking up here. Every freaking week, I just add another stack to it, and I didn't have
Big
time
pile.
to upload on eBay. I didn't have enough value in them to do like buy it now consignments or catch them all collectibles. Maybe a couple of cards would have fit there, but not all of them. So it wasn't worth it. I just dumped them over to DC. They're like the backside of their website, like all of the interface. And I got an email already saying, hey, we've received your slabs. Already better than Beckett already. We received your slabs. They'll be uploaded by X date. And probably for about they said it might take 2-3 business days to get them all done. Because it's like I said, 600 some cards, but they're upfront with it. They're like, hey, this is what's happening. And then it'll list everything on their website, all my cards. It'll be pretty sick. I'm excited to see how it goes. Definitely will be kind of rehashing on my channel, but the card show also was very fun. Got to meet a guy named Dark Lava Lizard. He was a big E4 guy. So he just actually joined your Discord, which was awesome. I schmoozed him into that.
It was exciting to see. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was cool just getting to see that. It literally was like a Collecticon Detroit. There was a bunch of stuff there, more sports than trading cards, but still almost 200-ish tables, like close. It was probably like 180 at the show, but that's a shit ton of tables for something that happens monthly, just 30 minutes down the road.
Crazy. I was surprised when you said that. That I didn't realize it was going to be that big for something like you say that's so regular, consistent. There must be a lot of attendees. Like that must be a pretty busy one coming from different places. But I mean, you're saying sports cards. Michigan's a huge sports state, right? It's like one of the biggest, I would think, probably top 10. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty massive for us because like all the big sports, like the Pistons, Red Wings, Lions, are all within a half a mile radius from each other. And the Pistons and the Red Wings are in the same stadium. And then the Tigers are right there as well. And then you got University of Michigan, shout out Michigan. They just clapped the cheeks out of the Buccaneers this past weekend. They're 30 minutes from me. Lansing, Michigan has Michigan State. That's where this card show is. Like, it's all within an hour of each other. All the major sports in Michigan. It's just pretty cool. Like, it's card shows every weekend. If that show's not happening, there's literally card shows every weekend somewhere in Metro Detroit, and it's awesome. I can't. It would be sad to ever leave the place. There's card stores everywhere, video game stores, like vintage video game stores popping up left and right, new ones. It's happening here. Collectibles are happening in Michigan. It's awesome. Very cool.
That's good. Even with like everything being online, like everything's so easily accessible online, but there's still that stuff happening in person. Like people still want to experience it and be there and see the cars and check them and grab things that catch their eye, kind of stuff. Like I love that is still happening. That's not fading away in any way. It doesn't seem.
Yep. No, it's not exactly. It's evergreen, man. It just keeps on going. It's growing and growing, and I don't know what it is about Michigan, but it seems to be extremely popular for some of the like Michigan, Texas, Cali, like yeah, it's something about those three areas. Even for like
Yeah.
trading cards growing up, um, Yu-Gi-Oh was massive in Texas, Cali, and Michigan. Like those were like the big three states people would say for competitive play, and it's I don't know, it kind of spills over to sports cards. I feel like a little bit.
I'd be curious, circling back also to the DC Sports um, seller. I'm curious if anyone else that's listening in right now has had interactions with them, consigning, buying. Like they do a lot of volume. They sell a lot of stuff. You go through their selling page, like I mean, I've scrolled through there for like half an hour before, just going through like
Yeah,
over and over. Like they have a pretty long list. They definitely do a lot of work. But I mean, I think I mentioned to you before. For me, I'm wary of them because they are the only people that have ever sold me fake cards. Like I bought some Bandai cards from them a while back, and I remember addressing it in the Discord. And PSA rejected them, and it was a whole thing. And they wouldn't respond to any messages, emails, or anything. They completely ignored me. So I feel a little burnt by them on a personal level, but I'm I'm sure stuff happens. You know, I was a pretty small fish. You know, it was only a few cards that I bought, nothing crazy. You're also doing like the selling, so
yeah,
I don't know how you could have like too much of a bad experience with that. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I don't want to like put people off from using them. You know, I'm sure it was a one-time problem a little while back, but I would be curious if anyone else has had any interactions with them, positive or negative.
yeah. It'll be interesting. I was looking up because I just didn't want to go into it blind. I wanted to look up how some of their last Pokemon sales were doing as far as
Mhm.
market goes, and it's all right there. It's like auctions, obviously, are auctions, but it was all
A lot of followers
normal.
too. Yeah, there's probably a lot of people that check their actual consignments that are
Yeah.
checking their page.
Yep. I remember. I think it was Catch 'em All. He did a test one time. He auctioned, I think, the same card ending same day as Rusty and
Oh yeah.
ZNG, and it doesn't matter as much as to who the seller is. A lot of the times for Pokemon, anyways. Sometimes it does. Like PWCC was interesting because they had once a month auctions. Everybody was there
Mhm.
watching those auctions. It was a thing. Like I feel like that's starting to happen. I hope with ZNG. People probably do it with Probstein. I'm just not in touch with that as much. They seem to be ending at random times a lot of the times, like around the clock. So it's interesting. I think it's going to go well, but we'll see how it goes, and I'll report back to the squad.
I really like the thought of people on Sundays, you know, watching you and listening in and scrolling just through Z&G's page, you know, like you're doing, just going through their stuff that's ending that night. Like that's a cool thought that like people are doing that, and hopefully more people will be doing that. That's exciting. I'm sure he wants that too. You know, it's good to get eyes on that stuff. Um, but I mean, he just does so many different things. Like there's every time I've looked on it, every time you've looked on it in your videos so far, there's always been cool cards. Like every time,
Yeah.
like people just send him cool stuff. It's awesome.
Yeah. No, it's it's to talk a little bit about it. It's I had changed. Those of you that don't know, I do live streams every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, going through, like you said, Z&G's auctions now in the last couple weeks. Before that, it was PWCC for like a year straight. I would go on PWCC Sunday auctions, And just it was bouncing around too much, not really looking at different things. I get more into things I'm buying and chasing, and more time would be dedicated to that than looking at sold items. And this is saving me money going to do the Z and G one because I'm not frequenting PWCC. But yeah, it's it's a good change. I do like the format way more. Being able to just scroll through, look at different cards, ending that ended. Very cool. Love it.
Yeah, I think I've bought very few cards this past month or so from PWCC. Honestly, like a lot of stuff I've searched for just haven't had results. I don't know if it's just luck, like, or lack of luck, should I say? There's been very few things
Yeah,
actually in there that I want. Really, like honestly, like I don't even think I have anything in the vault right now with them.
really.
So yeah, I'll be checking again this Sunday on CNG on eBay. Very exciting.
Yeah. So what's
Um,
going on with you, man?
yeah, me, I've been sick, working my butt off, and just kind of pushing through. I got a box of envelopes and boxes. People have sent me a couple of little things, so I need to do a video opening that stuff up. I'm excited for. Now I'm starting to feel a bit better. I can get my bearings. Um, but yeah, it's cool. I bought. What did I buy lately? I still need to do. I still need to buy some Paradox Rift. I don't think I ordered any yet. I still need to figure that out. Um,
Can't believe that set didn't make a damn Kyogre.
hmm,
Try better.
Paradox Kyogre. Yeah, I don't know. It is the problem is now, like with there being 1,000 Pokemon, it's just that you just got to pick and choose. I don't know how they even determine which ones they're going to put in each set anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's more of the game play side of it. Some of it needs to be kind of even, like the amount of starters and stages and stuff. I'm sure there's some theory, there's some pattern to each set of like how many of this or that, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know. For us, we're more so interested in the cool artwork, and there's been a lot of cool artwork, which we could talk about if we talk about my spicy comment from last week.
Yeah, we
It's kind
definitely
of
will be.
touching on that a little bit. The Okuma thing. I know you said you wanted to talk about it.
Is it
I
fixed
think
now?
when you were live.
No, I thought it was.
So what happened was Java Akuma guest hosted that first. I'd been sick for like 2-3 days, right?
That was
And
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago when it first started. And I was like, I don't know if we can even do this tonight. I've got a fever. I'm like shaking. I felt terrible, and he stepped up. Again, thank you. I know we thanked you last week, but thank you again, Java. Well, shortly after that, we were in a live stream. I think it was Pokey Flips, and Java was in there, and I mod there, and I was talking, trying to make people laugh or whatever, and I changed my name to Professor Okuma. I think it was. I don't think it was just Okuma. I think it was Professor Okuma as like an ode to Java. I guess I was just trying to be funny and like show him like you're awesome. Like I'm your biggest fan. Like because I'm a big fan of him. I wanted to like pay dues to him or whatever. So I just did that. I was like, I'm sure that'll make him smile. I just want to bring a smile to his face. Then after the live stream ended, I went to change it back, and YouTube was like, "Nope, you're blocked from changing it back." And I was like, "What the hell? What did I do?" so, so YouTube was like, "No, you can't appeal. You can't change it back. You can request after 14 days. It was like 14 days or 15 nights or something. You can request to change it again." But we don't allow like frequent name changes. There's like this whole policy it threw at me, and it like wouldn't let me do anything. So it's just stuck as Professor Okuma now. So
Wow.
ridiculous.
That's awesome.
So
What a node. Man, you're like, I'm invested. I might as well just keep them, son of a
for
bitch.
2 weeks. Yeah. I'm carry on being his biggest fan.
There you go. Have to
Yeah,
change
so
the
that
camera.
was a little bit of silliness. I thought it was funny. I was like laughing about it, like, oh my god, I can't change back on. I'm such a dumbass.
Punish.
Yeah. And then I've got Pokemon Wonder. Shout out Pokemon Wonder. He's had some pretty cool people on. He's had Mason and Dan. I actually just caught up. I finished watching the Terry Lake one that he did the other day, and that guy was fun. He is really fun.
Yeah.
Like
No, it was a good one.
I really enjoyed that one, honestly. Like it was a really cool one. And he also yeah, he invited me on to talk. So we're gonna have a chat on Thursday night, 9 p.m. On his channel. I'll be jumping on there. I'm not sure what he's gonna ask me. I'm not super interested. I'm not some big YouTuber guy. So hopefully it will just be, shooting the shit, having fun or whatever, chatting with each other. It's probably going to pick my brain a little bit, so that'd be fun. I like him a lot. I think it seems like a pretty awesome guy. So I'm excited to chat with him. So that'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I linked down below in the description, by the way. 9 p.m. on November 30th. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard
Thank
Time,
you.
right? Yeah. So that'll be linked down below. Everybody go check it out. It'll be awesome. Bookmark it.
Live.
It'll be an awesome
Yeah.
time.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, that'll be good.
How tall do you think he is? Sitting looking at his videos.
6'2".
Yeah.
He looks tall, I think.
Man, I tell you what. When I met him in Charlotte, did not know who the hell he was.
No.
I had watched at least a handful of the videos, the interviews, and some of the other videos. Walked up to me. I'm like, hey, how's it going? He talked to me like he knew me. I feel like, shout out to you, Justin. But yeah, he's probably about 3 foot taller than I thought he was. Just the way YouTube is, like we're all just.
Oh, you
like
thought he was shorter?
Yeah, I thought he was short. I thought everybody was short. Literally everybody. He looked short as shit.
I thought he looked pretty tall.
Like he's tall. He's definitely tall. He's like you said, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", something. I don't even know. I don't remember, but yeah, he's tall.
Did you think that for me?
I still think you're like 3'5", but
I am about like, right now.
I feel like I knew you were kind of lanky, but I don't know. I don't know why.
Beanpole. Yeah, I was 6'4" years ago, and I got like a curvature of the spine. I got scoliosis or whatever, and back's all messed up. So now I'm 6'3". I lost an inch. I went down an inch.
But still, like, you, bro. Gaining on
you. Cool. Yeah. Yep. Get my high heels on. I'll be 6'6", easy.
There you go.
Yeah, I can't think of much else, honestly. I mean, I'm excited for Christmas. I got my Secret Santa package in. It's under the tree. First present under the tree. I sold a few things recently on eBay, trying to clear out. It's been a bit slower than this past month or so than previous months. I don't know what's going on with that. I haven't been listing as much, so it's probably not recommended me very well. I haven't been super active. So I need to step that up a little bit. But yeah, not much else going on, honestly.
Yeah, reminded me, I got about 20 things on my eBay. So basically, I just kept a bunch of the higher end stuff to sell on my eBay. So I have about 20-ish items listed now, but it's been slow burn.
Keep it active.
Yeah,
keep something on there.
Yep. Sold like a $300 Caterpie today, so that felt good.
What? 300? Like a first ed?
First ed PSA 10 gray stamp.
Oh, gray stamp.
I bought that a while ago. I think on PWCC for like $150 or something. It was like cheap, $200 maybe max. So that was pretty cool.
It's nice.
You fully registered for school? We don't got to get into our details or anything, but ready to rip it off in January, right?
Ordered my books last night. Might have been the night before. Yeah. Ordered all the stuff. Very expensive. I was like, holy crap, these classes are next level. Like the books were like pretty crazy. So but yeah, it's gonna be a busy one. I'm gonna keep me busy in January.
Yeah, I don't think I need a book for my class in January. Unfortunately, usually when I do, I just download it illegally from the internet and I don't buy books. But cheers to that.
Maybe I should research into borrowing in that capacity.
Or Chegg. You ever heard of Chegg?
I have. Yeah, I saw it once. I was trying to get help on an answer a few years back. Then I was doing a class years ago, and it came up, but it was like wanted me to subscribe and like do all this stuff to like come up with the answer. And I was like,
the Chegg I'm referring to is what it originally was, which was just renting textbooks. It's usually way cheaper than buying them, like a quarter of the price.
Oh, I rented them.
You rent them and then you ship them back. Yeah.
Yeah, I rented them.
Oh, you did?
But it was like $10 or something. Like it was barely any difference because I guess most people are doing that and they're just optimizing on it. They know what they're doing. It's probably $1 billion industry. They're just crushing us.
Scammers.
Yeah.
Scammers.
Yeah, I should alert Rattle. Should take down the
take down Chegg.
Yeah, the bookstores. Take them down.
Speaking of Rattle, did you watch his video on Charizard King 69?
Woo! Yeah, he's got very confident in his videos. Like he is like going after him. Like a couple of his videos recently, like he's like he knows it's entertaining. He's like going for the jugular, right?
Yeah.
That Charizard one, he was. What are he saying? There was a quote that I was gonna laugh with you about it. I was like, that's so funny. I forget what it is now. I should have saved it. But like he said some stuff, and I was like, this is hilarious, but also like it's really sad what the guy's done. Like it's so many different emotions watching those videos.
Yeah. So I guess a little bit of context case because there are people watching this that aren't just Pokemon people.
Yeah.
Charizard King 69 420 Blaze Up. He's an Instagram seller, buyer, consigner. He had a guy reach out to him say, hey, can you sell this card for me? The card being Secret Wonder Lugia, I believe it was, from Diamond and Pearl era, saying, hey, can you sell this? Charizard King says, hey, what's your low? What's your range? The guy said, I don't know, $4,500 to whatever. $4,500 was the low, with the low for the floor. Charizard King said, okay. Charizard King ended up finding a buyer. The buyer ended up paying $6.5K. Confirmed. They had talked to the buyer. The buyer, everybody's confirmed that he paid $6.5K. At the time, though, the consigner, the guy that gave Charizard King the card, did not realize what the card was actually selling for. Charizard King just went to him saying, hey, the card sold for $5K. So here's $4,750 because I only told you I'm taking 5%. So he took his $250, which was 5%. But also at the same time, he pocketed that additional 1.5K, the difference between 5 and 6.5K. So me selling a card, if I go to Dan Catch 'em All Collectibles, if I go to anybody, Z&G Emporium, he doesn't really do consignments like that, but buy it now consigner, Kanto Shark even. If I give him a card, like I'm going to him because I know the dude's going to plug and play this shit to some high-end people. Pallet Town Pokemon even. I'll give this card to him like, hey, here's this Mirror Force. I know that you can get me a good buyer. Like people selling houses, you go to the real estate dude that is plugged in with the big dogs. Charizard
Yep.
King was that guy. He's plugged in with the big dogs, big guys with big pockets. So when like you go to him to consign for a reason because you know he has an opportunity of selling your shit and maybe getting some more money. But when you don't show and tell anybody, if you're not telling the dude you consigned for what you actually sold it for, that's dark as shit.
That was
Like if Palatown did that, dude, you'd be if anybody did that to me, you'd be done, fried, no shot.
that was
It's
the key
insane.
though, right? Like I don't have a problem with the guy taking the 1750, whatever it worked out. I don't have a problem with that situation. I don't have a problem with making money, skimming off the top, that kind of stuff. But hear me out. If the seller, if that expectation was there and it was communicated, what do you want for the card? I want 5K. Okay, I'll get you your 5K. And then you sell it for 6, you skim a grand off the top. Like he got his 5K, the expectation was set, sorry. It's there, it's communicated. It did not go down like that. This is, for me, watching that video and Rattle talking about it. I know obviously like he talked about the facts, but the embellishment, entertainment of it, like it was fun, it was interesting, whatever. But the heart of it was disgraceful that like someone would that scenario would happen, especially with someone that you just touched on is trusted by so many and like has a lot of friends. Like it has done a lot of deals that I guess have gone well because there hasn't been too many people that have spoken up. They've still in business, is still doing it. So like I like to think that it hasn't happened too often. Maybe naive in that, but the way that he did that and the expectations weren't set is pretty disgraceful. But there's also a little part of like we're adults, and that guy selling should have set expectations for that card. Like he gave him a range, but gave him free range to sell it. Like if he like so
They agreed to 5%. That was the binding factor. It was 5%. Like that was the agreement. That's the on my police report that I would be filing the next fucking day. That's what I'm saying right there.
But
Like,
would you really give someone free range? Buy it now, free range, sell it whatever you want within this range.
yeah, I've done that with
Hell
Pallet
no.
Down Pokemon.
Mm-mm. Not
What do
unless
you
I'm
mean?
part of the discussion. I just wouldn't. Like I would say, I want this is the price I want. It's by auction it. Like if you like, you know what I mean. If if you're selling a card and you know what you want, tell him what you want.
You tell
That
them a
guy,
minimum. I tell them a minimum. That's I don't
did he
tell them
sell
a
it for the
max.
minimum though? This is the thing. Like he sold it in that range that they agreed to. So like there's a part of it where I'm not justifying it. I've said it's disgraceful, but like I think expectations on both ends should have been communicated better and set better. Because like I wouldn't have
No,
as someone that was consigning as a consignee or whatever, I wouldn't have set it up that way of just sell it within that range and then complain that it sold in that range and it took extra money.
no, there's no shot. Like me going to the consigner, I'm going to them, Pallet Town, Kanto Shark, Charizard King. I'm going to them because I know they can go above and beyond, and they're going to take their cut, their percentage. But I have to give them a minimum. Like they're not going to sell my card for dirt ass cheap. I need to give them a minimum, and then we agree to a percentage, and they get a percentage, whatever. Like no shot I'm ever consigning something. I'm not getting the screenshots of the deals now. Like Charizard King's definitely probably ruined that for some people scamming out there, but
Yeah,
um
I don't know how you can know, like how you could verify that. Like there might be a lot of people that have been scammed in that way
oh
by
for
him that
sure.
don't even
Tons.
know.
Tons. Yeah. Now people
Whereas
are
if I
maybe
said, I want this price, You get the 5%. I know what it's sold at. For me, what I wanted, he can do whatever he wants on top, like resell it, do this, do that. Well, I don't care. If I would have been comfortable, but I wouldn't have given a range like that and said do what you want, because he would have just sold it the next day at the lowest price.
What's the
Surely.
difference between giving a range and just giving a minimum? Like
because this could happen. That just happened.
No, because the same thing could happen. Like if I gave Charizard King a range 4.5K to 7K, he could just lie to me still and say, "Hey, it's 5K," even though I made 6.5.
No, I'm saying, tell him that you want it to be sold, like you want a minimum sale price of $5,000. Do what you want after that.
Yeah, nobody does that. Nobody would ever want to do that. Like I can sign through these guys knowing I'm going to get my max dollar. Otherwise, I'll just eBay it.
I wouldn't, because I'd be scared this had happened, and it happened to this guy.
Yeah, well, obviously.
But I'm not selling $5,000 cards, so there's also that.
Yeah. Yeah. So shout out Charizard King. Keep doing what you're doing. Yikes. So not a big fan.
It's gross. The communication and expectations being set really is a problem. Trust me, I'm not justifying it. I don't think he did anything right in any way. I don't think I can't picture myself selling a card that way and being in that position, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I told you, I posted on Instagram the story that Charizard King blocked me on Instagram a while ago. I think he's the only person who has ever at least told me like I'm blocked. Like the only one I've ever noticed or had an issue with.
Yeah, guy's a dingbat.
Yeah, and then just to gonna give context, I had purchased he had made an Instagram story saying, "Hey, looking for the Zapdos from Majestic Dawn and PSA 10, whatever, offering $1,000." I think he had put in his post. I literally screenshotted it, posted it in my story. I had busted his balls over some other shit before, just memeing on him. I posted it in my story, tagging him, saying, offering double Charizard King for the same card. I never, before that day, not one time have I ever looked for that card. And I got reached out to by some guy. He reached out to me. He's like, "Hey, I don't want to sell the Charizard King. I'll sell it to you though." I'm like, he's like, "Charizard King's a DB." I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. Literally, like the next day, I bought the card, and then I posted bitch slapping Charizard King just because it's hilarious. Hey, I got the card purchased, check mark, tag Charizard King, just trolling the dude. Like I do that with all my friends. Like if I got blocked for trolling somebody, I'd have no friends because I like memeing on people. It's hilarious. I thought that was fucking hilarious. $1,000. Who gives a shit? And then he said, "Hey, would you sell it to me?" I was like, "No." Like knowing the dude that sold it to me didn't want to sell it to him. I can't sell you this freaking card. And then he just blocked me just for that, basically. So the dude's a bitch. Just gonna say it. So interesting to say the least. So shout out to that guy. Like I said, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing well, obviously.
There may be more that comes to light from other people like that. That's now two people, right? There's gonna be with Rattle's video and
yeah, mine's not getting scammed or anything. I had spent probably almost $10,000 on some first edition base at Hollows with a guy. And he's like, "No, you troll too much. It's not worth your sales." Bye, Felicia. Yeah. Peace. So here we go. Anything else on Charizard King 69?
No.
Good. Yeah, so I want to talk a little bit about any sense of burnout or anything. Just talk to you. I'd seen some videos, YouTube, and there was a bunch of old ones on it, but I feel like I kind of went through a little bit of it in the last year up until a few months ago. I literally would post a video once a week and a half. It like for me that was slow. going from like daily to like once a week and a half, literally daily for like probably the first 2 years. And it felt good kind of taking a step back and getting back into it now in this past couple months. Um, a little bit more videos coming, and I don't know, is it felt good, like not to the point where I'm like I never want to do it again. Obviously, I was still uploading every once in a half weeks or whatever, but it was a good step away to kind of like revisualize and um think about just what I want to do with my spare time. And now I have like a certain amount that I dedicate to it. It's been good. What about you, man? Because I know YouTube has not been so fluid for you in these past year or so outside of the podcast.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't know if I'm trying to think of how to word it outside of burnout, but it's almost the opposite of burnout. I've it's been more so frustration of wanting to do more content. I have a
Yeah.
lot of ideas in my head and written down for videos I want to do. There's a lot of things that I want to research. I want to talk about with people. I want to show people. There's a lot of cards I want to buy, and I haven't been buying much. There's a lot of selling and dealing and stuff that I want to get done. I want to work on. I think I'm more frustrated that I I don't have more of it. Like it's almost the opposite of burnout. Like I want more. I want to give more. I want to do more. I want to be more involved in the community. I want to do more with the Discord. Like I'm hungry for it, and I'm just damn busy. You know what? I've been sick a million times. Like I feel like this year's been ridiculous with being sick and throwing me off and moving house, and we had the baby, and it just, I mean, you can give it a million excuses, but there's just been bigger priorities for me. So this being my hobby, and me
Yeah.
having a full-time job that's pretty demanding, and a very involved role that I have, I can't do it during the day. Like I don't do it during my work hours. I only do it during my free time, which is limited, from those factors. I was at one point, doing plenty of videos before last year, specifically before the baby came, much more content and game nights and mail
Hmm.
days and the rest of it. It was fun, and I've struggled this year, and it's been a source of frustration for me, wanting to get more involved. So that's where I'm at with it. I wouldn't say I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm
Eager.
eager. I'm longing for, yearning for more of everything, and to watch more content too. Like I've been struggling even keeping on top of content on like what people are posting. Hasn't been much like this past week or so, but I feel like there's a couple of videos in my watch later that I'll get to, but while I'm watching them, I had two more. Like it just seems to like keep rinse and repeating like that. I get behind a couple, I get caught by a couple, behind a couple. There's a lot of my friends and um creators that I really try to keep on top of their videos. So I really enjoy watching them and listening to them. Most of them listen to this, which is flattering to me because like I'm their fan. I would consider me a fan of them, and they listen to this. It's always very humbling to see them in the comments and stuff. I love that. So that's another aspect too. Is like the consumption of it. Like I wish I had more time and work on that, but it's about to get even harder with going back, taking the next level degree starting in January. So I gotta gas to the was it pedal to the metal. I gotta pump the gas and really try and check that stuff up a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's cool. Glad to hear it. Excited to have you back when free time arises. Maybe when the daughter's like 23 or something, we might get some more Professor Oak. No.
I mean, honestly, like episode 45, I think I've shot 42, 43 of them. Like that's a
Yeah.
lot of content we've done this year, outside of it, and it's every week. It's not a monthly thing. So I
An
am
hour
making
plus.
content. Yeah, we're making
Call it,
content every
call it
week.
almost 2 hours a week.
It's not like I'm not doing it. It's
Exactly.
there. There's stuff that I want to do that's like different to this, like not conversational. Like there's more like data stuff that I
Yeah.
want, like boring stuff, like for dorks like me. Like some of that kind of stuff, and some game. I want to do game nights again, and I don't know, show people mail, like just me stuff, I guess. Which is like fun, just a little bit fun kind of stuff.
That's content I'm excited for.
Yeah, I
Love
love it.
keeping up with the homies and seeing what they're doing and
Mhm.
seeing them crunch numbers is good stuff.
Yeah, yeah, it's fun. I feel like I dabbled in a lot of different type of contents last year. From box break to opening packs and boxes to drunk conversations to game nights to data videos to grading videos to, like, I feel like I was all over the place, and I liked that I wasn't trying to do something. I have no like intentions for my YouTube channel. Like I have no purpose. I guess I'm not purpose driven outside of the fact that I just want to have this hobby with my friends and share it. And, like you say, consume theirs, watch theirs and know what's going on and share and give opinions and give data and facts and just kind of I want to be a part of it. I enjoy being a part of it. It's fun. I think that makes it a little easier because there's no like expectation there. I don't have any expectations set up. Like if 10 people watch my video, it's fine. I think I got like 9 views or something on my first video. PK. It was really funny actually. PK like summed it up really well. Sorry, my throat's going again. He was, I don't know if you saw him talking about my Old Maid play that I did, and he touched on the actual video that I made about it. It was like honestly pretty calm, chilled out. Like I made a spreadsheet. I talked about the sales, the numbers, what this was, what I did. It's kind of like almost educational of like, hey, this is what I did. You're like, you guys might want to do something like this, and it's pretty easy. And he was like, yeah, you only got like 300 views. And I was like, it's like 200, 300 views. I got very few views on it. And I remember at the time thinking, oh my God, I got like 200 views. I was like, which like,
The shit done.
that's not a knock on PK. It's just, he's a YouTuber. Like he's in that realm of like, that stuff matters. And it's like, he has fans and I was just sharing what I did. I just thought people find it interesting, like they might want to go do that, let the play out of the bag kind of thing. Which very quickly escalated like after that video. But I just like just no expectation there. Like it's whatever, it's fun. I enjoy it. The Discord, honestly, that's been completely dramatically changed the hobby for me. Different world.
Yeah, 100%. It's awesome. 10 out of 10 recommend that.
Too many cool people. There's too many. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah, what was it? 60 people in the Secret Santa? Man, almost 59? 59?
Yeah, I think we ended
51 including us, maybe. I don't remember, but
I think it was 59 with us in it. Yeah, I think we were one short of 60. But yeah, we did a Secret Santa this year in the Discord. For anyone that isn't in there, you might want to join for next year. And it's our second annual one that Josh and I put on. Last year was very successful. A lot of happy faces, 100% success rate, and then this year it's looking the same. We'll be wrapping it this weekend, hopefully, in terms of the slabs getting sent out. So love it. I'm excited to see everyone's pictures of what they get.
Oh, yeah. Podcast or it is linked down. Discord is linked down below in the description as well. Go check it out.
Sweet.
We'll have a fresh link down there. Yeah, awesome. Good information, man. It's good chat in there. So there's been this card. You've probably heard of it, the Pikachu Illustrator card.
I want it.
Yeah, I think it might be out of reach for both of us a little bit, just a little bit.
I really want it though.
I mean, at this rate, you'll probably get the bitch in like a year. Kind of wanted to talk about that. It's interesting how many freaking times this card has been sold, and they say there's 39, there's extra copies. Like, what do you think the hell is going on? Like, any thoughts? Have you noticed? Or
I do
crazy?
think some of them have been regrades. I think a couple of them have probably been crack and reslabs with the very low number of tens and the significant amount of nines. It just feels like there's probably a few in there, because I know I would probably try it, back in the day. I know they've got the gentleman, whatever it is, the trying to keep on top if people are resubbing and saying, God, that one probably be much easier to check that, because of the low volume of how many they receive. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's interesting because, like, why would you want to sell it if you had it? Like, that's such a, if you can afford that, you can probably afford to keep it,
you would hope.
right? Like, you shouldn't be buying that card if you can't afford to own it. Like, that's a lot of money.
Hell yeah.
Like that's
You should be liquid, right?
seriously, like that's something that you should be buying and should be yours. Like that, for me, that's like a lifelong prized possession type situation. So the fact that they're being sold, I don't know what's going on. It's weird. I feel like there has been a few the past year. I haven't tracked it that much though. Is there one up right now?
Several.
There is.
Several.
Yeah.
Like
It's
at
just,
least 10.
it's kind of like we're joking about me wanting it, but in all reality, it kind of makes me not want it by the fact that I know it's not realistically attainable anytime soon.
Yeah. I mean,
There's
like
no
I said,
chase there.
it definitely, like when I first entered the hobby 3 years ago, watching Scott Pratt and all these other people, I'm like, man, this card seems pretty freaking cool. There's only one listed on eBay for $2 million. I haven't seen ever one of these transact. Every effing month, I think there's one out for bids now on whatever, Golden or something right now, 8.5 or something. Jesus Christ. Literally every month, I would say one of these bitches is selling. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Complete 180 from, like you said, 3 years ago. Don't know why. Like you said, if I had a $250,000+ piece of cardboard and I couldn't afford to keep that bitch, holy mother, you're doing something wrong, bud. Like, you got to have some liquid funds to be able to sit on stuff like that. Like, it's crazy to me. Maybe they're like, they're not dumb though. I feel like the market's crashing on that son of a gun because it's got auctioned so many times. Maybe people are like, I'd rather just buy Bitcoin. Goodbye Pikachu. Like, maybe that's what they're thinking.
I mean, that is a good thing with the NFT blockchain side of stuff. For those, I don't want to sound condescending, but if anyone doesn't know much about the blockchain, essentially it tracks everything forever. So if you were to sell like the Illustrator, as an NFT or whatever, it's always traceable in terms of like when it was sold, the price it was sold, that kind of stuff. Like it sticks to it forever. And we don't have that with those cards. So like you say, there's some speculation there, there's some mystery around it, like questions, what's going on? Are they real? Is there more? Is someone dripping them out slowly? I don't know what's going on there. I have questions. I don't know, like not concern, but it's odd, right? Doesn't feel good that there's suddenly a bunch being sold. Because like you say, I remember first seeing it on, it might have been Scott, it talked about it on a YouTube video. I remember watching that first video talking about it, and I was like, wow, there's not many of these, I don't think. And then, like you say, I remember one came up for sale, and then another one came up for sale like pretty soon after that video. And I was like, wow, I think I want to say PTCG Radio or someone made a video about there being two, like, coming up kind of thing, and then everyone started talking about it. And yeah, I don't know. It's weird. And it's it's also like, I don't feel like it's that rare of a card. Like when I'm thinking of like a number one winning card from a tournament, for like some of these trophy ones,
Yeah.
there's only one.
Yeah. Or, yeah, some of them have the same art for multiple years, but yeah, even then, it's sub 20, all of them, most of them. So I remember the original 97 ones. I didn't like pop 1, pop 2, 3, 4, who knows? Really low. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. God, that'd be so cool, wouldn't it, to win like one of those categories, to win and get a card. Oh my God.
Imagine being the one dude that won and sold it for $50 to the guy next to him. Because
Stop.
yikes. People, shit like that happened. I remember my buddy Yu-Gi-Oh had Upper Deck Day or something, because it was I think it was Upper Deck Day, where they gave away a bunch of championship promo cards inside of these tournaments to nobody people, like as mystery grabs. A child won a Cyberstein card, which was valued at about $500+.
Oh,
So I was not there, unfortunately. I don't even know if I was talking to this friend at the time, but he bought it from the kid for like $50. The kid put it in his pocket, he crinkled it, and sold to my friend for $50. Just so I wouldn't be shocked if somebody sold their crazy prize cards. They might have a little more attachment because they actually won it. This kid just got out of like a mystery bag, which is insane, but yeah.
I could see it happening with someone that won it as a kid and then got older and was like, I don't care about this anymore, kind of thing. That would probably be an easy sale. I've seen a lot of people do that with like binders and childhood collections just in general.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
What do you think of the as we're talking about expensive stuff right now, the Tiffany necklace? I know you're a big fan.
I just texted my wife and I texted her on I want a certain necklace for Christmas. But it wasn't the Tiffany ones. It was the Zapdos one you just sent me.
A pearl
And
one.
I just looked at her text. She's like, "You want a necklace?" Yes, I do. I would wear that bitch to collect con like a son of a gun. But yeah, the Tiffany necklace is insane. 29K and I think 9.7-ish K or not 10K for the smaller one. And just looking at auctions and sales of pre-sales of what appears to be the smaller one, a buy it now sold for almost 16 grand. There's one on bids already over 16 grand. These again are the smaller ones where people are doubling money both pre-sale. Like inside of their sales, they have the screenshot showing, hey, you've won a chance to buy this. Like it was like a raffle to get the opportunity to buy these things. That's crazy. None of the bigger ones, the 29K ones, are even listed on eBay, but there's I think maybe one or two ones up for auction to to win somebody's smaller Pikachu already at 16 grand. It looks like so. Missed opportunity already. Damn.
Do you think they're going to be a stock item, or do you think they'll be made to order with the way they're doing it with the raffle?
I think it'll be. I don't follow Tiffany's. I probably could find it in a blog somewhere, but they probably just do a raffle to people that enter, and if that'll be it, that'll probably be the sale if I had to guess. I don't think it'll be a stock item.
I'm just imagining like if it's a stock item on the selling side of stuff, say they make 10 and they send 10 people, you won, you can buy it, and 2 people buy it, they're holding the bag with 8 very expensive items that they've now got to try and do another raffle or email more people. And then what if the one of the first 10 then says, wait, I thought I could buy it? Like I could see there being like weird complications with that on the selling end of stuff. Whereas I think if you just said, hey, you've won a chance to buy it, and however many people do it within a time period, they just
Yeah,
go make that many.
you
Like
probably
that
got
would,
72 hours or something.
yeah, like that
Um,
might make sense. I don't know enough about it. Like you said, I don't know enough about their processes. I didn't really look into it seriously either.
I know I was able to just go on the website and put my name under SMS text notifications for information about drops. So
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like the page would be down already if the thing is already shipped and sailed. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. But yeah, I'm not usually the $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 necklace dude, but if I see some secondary market sales, people doubling money on 9.7K,
Yep, we should listen to PK.
Jesus.
Told us all too, and we didn't listen.
I don't know what are the gray ones sell for. The ones you don't get a Pokeball for. I don't even remember. I couldn't remember if it's
I
like a
thought you,
thousand.
I thought you got the ball for all of them.
No, you don't get the ball for the $1,000 gray ones, the sterling silvers. You don't get Pokeballs. I think you only get it for the 29 and maybe the 10.
No one's gonna want
Yeah.
it. I mean, the Pokeball is that's such a big part of it. No one's buying that for jewelry. They're buying it because it's Pokemon and the status of it. And with that, the mentality comes with that very nice Pokeball.
I wonder how nice it feels, you know? I wonder if it's like heavy like some of the ones they do in Pokemon Center or if it's cheapo. I feel like it can't be cheap, right?
You want to hold Tiffany's balls?
I
See how they
I
feel.
would love to fondle them.
I wonder what they
I feel
smell like.
okay. I don't.
Fresh
I do not wonder that one bit.
that new car smell.
Yeah, that new car smell. Yeah, probably smells like made in China plastic. If I had to
Yeah,
guess.
probably is. Yeah, it's probably made.
Blood
Yeah,
diamonds.
I don't know. It looked like it was like felt or something on the outside. It looked like it. It looked like they were like
Looked
pretty
like it had
nice.
texture. I don't know if it's not. I don't think it's felt. If it's felt, it's trash. I ain't touching it, but
Yeah, I don't
that's
know.
pretty cool.
Maybe it's like Egyptian mongoose or something crazy, like some crazy fur.
People love expensive shit,
Hmm.
especially limited quantity. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It'll be sold out for sure. Resales be popping. It's gonna be nasty. Would At what price point would you buy one with the Pikachu and the Pikachu gold pendant necklace with the Pokeball? What price point would you snap?
Honestly, the Pokeball is a big part of it for me.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's probably almost equal to the fact that it's a Pikachu, like a fancy Pikachu pennant. But I don't think it's something that I'd buy it if I knew I was going to make money to sell it. But if I was buying it for me, I don't think I'd pay a lot. I don't have that much interest in it. I
yeah.
don't think I'd get that much reward from it. I don't have as much of an ego as I probably used to have. Like to want to have it just to display and for people to know. I mean, I have literally a Professor Oak that is like worth $20. Like that's on my center display. Like I don't. Yeah, I'm not interested in that side of it. But I think it'd be really freaking cool. So I don't know, maybe $100, $200 or something. Nothing crazy. I wouldn't spend thousands on something like that. I don't see the value in it. I'm
Nope.
not very materialistic, despite being a collector. Like I don't feel like I'm very like materialistic. Like I don't really like. I'd much rather spend time like doing a puzzle with my daughter or like going to the park and play with her than spend money like going out like looking fancy, like to an event or something. I don't know. I'm like more of like experience and like living life side of stuff is what interests me more than spending money on a lot of like materialistic type stuff. You know, what people like think of me almost. Collecting for me is very much like a me thing, even though I share it on YouTube and I talk about it. It's very like my enjoyment and my hobby, like for me, that I get out of it, and less about like showing off, I guess. Which I think some people do that. They
Flex
do
culture.
buy slabs. Say again.
Flex culture. Like,
Bingo. I have very little flex culture in me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's a good phrase. Thanks for helping me out with that.
yeah.
There's probably some in there. Like, let's get real. Like, I'm human. There probably is some of that,
That
but it's not
Pikachu
what
there on the back shelf.
it's not what drives me. Hell yeah, flexing his little butt up in the air. That's what he's flexing.
I'm talking about the possible $500 Pikachu you got on the shelf there, just chilling.
Oh, that was a gift. Someone sent
I
it to
know.
me. Like,
Flexing like a son of a bitch, though. I don't have one of those.
Mr. B. He's
I can't afford that.
yeah. I mean, it's how much are they? I don't even know what they're selling for. They probably are at
I
least
think 10s are like $450
in a 10.
in a 10.
That's insane.
It's insane.
That can't last long. There was loads of them, wasn't there?
The price has gone up on sealed ones. I feel like the sealed ones are like 160, 180 right now. I'm guessing completely.
Jesus,
I haven't
this
looked.
was free card, wasn't it?
At the show I went to, they had them listed at 160, 180. So I haven't looked at eBay, but that was this past weekend.
You know, my biggest regret was I sold some Team Rocket singles on eBay, and it was before we even had the plain white envelope tracking system through eBay. I was literally sending them plain white envelope, and the person, it was a lady that was buying them. I guess she was making a binder or whatever. She did some selling too. She had a bunch of stuff she was selling. Very active, lots of feedback on eBay. And I was messaging like, oh, I also have this or this. Like, let me know. I can list them. You know, I'll do your deal, whatever. And she was saying, oh, heads up, you should buy something from the Pokemon Center. And I'd never bought from there before. I'd looked on it, I looked at stuff, but like I hadn't really actively bought anything on there. It was like very, very early on. And she was like, there's a Pikachu promotion right now where if you buy something, it must have been 3 years ago, I guess. This time 3 years ago, it was coming up to Christmas. And if you bought something, it might have been 4, I don't remember. They sent you the free special delivery Pikachu card with it. And she was like, yeah, I just did like 8 orders. And they're like sending me all these free ones, like do it. It stops on like the 20th or something. And I was like, oh, shoot. Yeah, I need to look at that. Like, I'll do that. Thanks for letting me know. And then I forgot about it and didn't do it. And like, they've gone crazy. Like, they've done really well. But again, like, you spend like $20 and you get a free card through the Pokemon Center. That's just such a no-brainer. And that, again, is, you know, it's a classic example of those opportunities you just have to run with.
Yep.
The Topanga card I got.
Yeah. Still pissed about that one.
$10 card. Like, of course people are going to love it. It's freaking Topanga. Like, on a sports card. I don't know how many people saw that, but
yeah, it's fire.
Amazing. And you just got to seize the day. Carpe diem.
I was looking at Topanga real quick. See what it's selling for.
Very curious. Honestly,
$10 for the unnumbered one.
Oh, it is? That's surprising.
SGC 10s for $60.
This is probably a 10, honestly. I don't know how many they made. There's probably quite a few. But it sold out fairly quickly.
$180 numbered to 10. I bought it. No, I'm just joking. I wish I did. Yeah, no, those Van Gogh promos. I wish I got some. Wish I didn't get any of the special deliveries because that happened also. But I was like similar to you. I was not like in the trenches yet at all. Like I was just a bystander watching all this madness happen. Crazy. Absolutely
crazy how long
crazy.
ago that is now.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I wonder what the last promo was before that Pikachu. Was that
That's
the first?
That's the first one I'd heard
It was his
of.
first special delivery one.
Yeah, I don't
I wonder if they
know.
did any other promotions like that before that Pikachu. I don't have it. That was before me. Like that was the first one I had ever seen. It'd be crazy to think that that's the first one they ever did, but I don't know. Somebody down below that's been here longer, let me know.
That's a great question. I can't think of any before that. Not that it was given out outside of the product.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
obviously
trying to.
there's been like promos within blisters and that kind of stuff, but like as its own thing, that's
Thrown
the
into a
first
box,
one that I think I'm aware of.
which is crazy. Only 3 years ago.
Which is part of why it like bummed me out so much that I missed out, and it's a freaking Pikachu. Of course.
You have one in a 10?
Mm-mm. No, I'm a dumbass.
Damn, that's rough, bro. That's brutal. The IRS made some changes. You see that?
Boo.
They pulled back again. So last year was when we filed for 2022 taxes. It was supposed to originally going to be they changed the threshold to $600 from $20,000 and 200 items sold. That didn't happen. They said no, we're not ready. Push it back a year. So here we are. They just pushed it back again. So they are keeping with, and I just did the reading again, $20,000 and 200 items sold to get a 1099 from PayPal or eBay. It didn't end up affecting me at all last year. I didn't get a 1099 last year, but I still filed everything as a sole proprietor with all my eBay sales.
Just entered it through Schedule C and just said I didn't get a 1099 basically.
Exactly. Yeah. The dude's like, you didn't get a 1099 because I was showing like $60,000 in sales or something like that. He's like, they should have sent me one because I was like 202 items sold and like 60 grand. And the dude's like, you didn't get a 1099. I'm like, I'm not lying. Here's a screenshot. They didn't send me a 1099. He's like, that's weird. So,
and it's electronic now too, which makes it even easier. Like you would know for sure in your account if you had it.
No, it'll be like it's like red bold letters, like here it is, dog. But yeah, I didn't get one last year. So I right now I'm thinking it's gonna be a coin flip if I get it again, but I don't need it because I already have all the numbers and data, and I'm planning on doing it anyways. But it is interesting that they're pushing it back. They weren't ready for this big change. I know it'll make a lot of people happy, a lot of people getting by, skating by that aren't doing everything above board. But I
a lot
feel
of
like
people that aren't really selling. I mean, 600.
It's nothing.
Like if your finger isn't on the pulse with IRS updates and like the reselling community, you could literally just sell your kid's PlayStation because like he got in trouble. I'll just sell his PlayStation, all his games, and you sell it for $605, and then you got to pay taxes on it. Like far too extreme. The drop to 600, and that's why it was so shocking. That's why there were so many videos and so much talk about it. Absolutely outrageous.
Yep. So they pulled back all the way to the 20,200 items, and now next year they're saying next year they're going to throttle it to $5,000. I don't think they said how many items, but $5,000 in plans to get down to 600 still the following year in like 2 years, which
I just don't see it happening.
That's insane. Yeah.
The amount of review and follow up and auditing and ensuring that it happens on the IRS side is bad enough, but having to implement that process through the thousands and thousands of websites and companies that would need to issue 1099s that don't even know or don't even have resources or teams or anything set up to like track and take action on that for their thousands or millions of customers. It's just way too big of a change. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I'm not surprised they cancelled it, for now, or delayed it, should I say. I really hope that they make it more realistic. I think 5,000 is way more realistic, with an item count, possibly. I don't know. But 600 with no count was, I mean, who are you kidding? Like, it's just not realistic at all. It's way too dumb. Scared a lot of people, though. It stopped a lot of people selling.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's good that they pulled back and are going to reassess and take everything into consideration, because it's bullshit. Like, if I was a 65-year-old grandma and I sold something on eBay for the first time and I got a 1099 from eBay, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, what are we doing? Are you really trying to collect 30% from this sale? Then you need to go into cost of goods sold, and all these people are going to start learning how to itemize. It's going to end up costing them money, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yep. A lot of people don't.
Like, wow, people leverage a lot of debt. What are we doing? Everyone's claiming losses now. We're paying too much money.
Not even getting taxes. Yeah.
Yep. That's going to be hilarious. Crazy.
Yeah, I like to think that they would fix it. I don't know. I still think it's really ridiculous the way that they do taxes, like how taxes are done, federal level. Like in England, they send you a piece of paper that says, this is what you worked, this is the taxes you paid, and this is what we owe you or you owe us. Check this box to confirm. And you check the box and you just send it back. I mean, they know, like the IRS knows what you did. So, but they're like, we know what you did, but you need to tell us. And if you tell us the wrong one, we're going to spank your little tush. When in reality, like, okay, just freaking tell me and I will just check the box. Like, why the game?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about W-2, like simple type stuff. You can add on, you can do it electronically, whatever. But you shouldn't be telling them what you earned and paid in taxes on that side of stuff that they already know. Like the 1099 and the W-2, like they have that information. It was sent to them. So why are we having to tell them that information?
Yeah.
Well, like, so we can trip up and make a mistake. Like, they know it. Why isn't it just auto upload and then we just add in any additional changes? It's just crazy. It's like kind of scammy.
Yeah.
Maybe Charizard King. Maybe he's a part of the IRS. I don't know. Feels scammy. Down with government. There you
go. Whoa.
I'm not even a citizen. I'm just messing around.
You're the rule follower. You can't say that.
I'm a fucking alien.
Sports term. Let's close it out. Sports term. I'm here to stump you today. You ever play rugby, bud?
Yes. First time I ever played it was in the snow.
Oh shit. Well, there's this thing called the I'm gonna say it and then I'm gonna spell it because I don't know if I'm saying it right. Gary Owen in rugby. GARRYOWEN, one word. Gary Owen. What are you doing when you perform a Gary Owen in rugby? This is from the bleacherreport.com.
Not a massive rugby fan. Haven't followed a lot of it. I played it a lot in school, in high school, but I didn't really watch it. I didn't really follow it that much. I don't know if I'm really too into the plays. I'm trying to think. Gary Owen, definitely a player or something from the day that must have done something. I would say you are taking a fall or trying to look like you're taking a fall while you try to pass it. You try to get rid of the ball.
No. So it's tough. There ain't no shutout that ever got this within a mile.
No.
And it's based off of the name of one of the clubs, Gary Owen, not a person. Apparently, there was a club named that, and that's kind of where they pulled it, which is kind of strange in itself. Yeah, it says a Gary Owen or up and under kick is a high short punt onto or behind the defending team. That's it.
Wah, wah. That wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I was working under pressure there. I didn't have time to find a fun one. I wanted to stump you, though, because you've been kicking my ass.
All right, I'll stump you. How about I give you a rugby one?
All right, you do it while I got these definitions open.
Yeah, close it. Is that just rugby you're looking at?
Yeah, you could give me one. I close it.
All right, what's a hospital pass?
Oh, God, I swear to God, I just saw the fuck. Damn it.
You did?
I don't know what it is.
That's
I
a
didn't
good
read
one.
it.
That's a fun one.
A hospital pass. I have no clue. Let's take a guess. Damn.
It's pretty much what it says on the tin.
What it says on what?
It's like, sorry, that was an English phrase. It's like pretty much exactly how it sounds. Just try and play in your head like what that could be.
Hospital pass is when a rugby player takes the ball, throws the ball, and cracks his hand on somebody's head and it breaks his arm.
Let's rewind it. You got hospital, right? There's obviously something going on there, but pass. You're thinking pass is in whole pass, like American version of a pass, like access pass. Hospital pass is a pass. You're passing it. So what would be a hospital pass if you're going to pass the ball? Quite literally. What could that mean?
That's what I said. He threw the ball
Mm-hmm.
and cracked his hand on a helmet and it broke his hand.
Okay. No. But here's what it is. Essentially, you throw the ball to someone that you can clearly see is about to get tackled. So you're just really ensuring that they get taken to hospital.
Yeah.
Like they're going to get a bad tackle because they've already got someone going for them and you're throwing the ball to them. It's kind of like, I don't know, at war. If you know one of your teammates is about to die, like you put them out of the misery kind of thing. It just like ends the play, gets rid of it.
Yeah.
Like they take the hospital pass. You know, they go to hospital for the play kind of thing.
Yep.
I'm sure I've butchered that description, but that's pretty much my understanding of it.
Yeah, basically in football, it's like a defenseless receiver. Basically, the guy goes up for the pass, he's defenseless, and the dude just gets smoked right when he catches it.
Yeah, you just know what's coming, kind of thing.
Yep.
Is there a phrase for that in American football?
Depends on how he's hit. If it's a legal hit, it's just it could be a penalty for being a defenseless receiver if he's hit improperly, or it could be targeting if it's also an improper hit. But it's just basically you're a defenseless receiver. That person catching the ball is defenseless, and the guy hitting them could get a penalty if he hits them improperly, depending on which way, targeting or helmet to helmet, however.
There's a lot of penalties in American football.
A lot of them.
A lot.
No fighting.
No fighting. No taking shirt off. No celebrating.
Yeah, the shirt off thing would be hilarious, like soccer.
Oh my God.
I'd be dying.
Big old belly celebrating. That'd be awesome to watch.
Yeah, a lineman just rip his shirt off. I'd be dying. That'd be hilarious.
Some big dudes in NFL. Like some of the guys I've seen. You're talking about the Bucks earlier. I've seen a few different games now, different teams play, and I mean they could snap me clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a fun one to end. Very interesting doing rugby. I didn't expect you to bring a rugby one. That caught me off guard.
Gotta keep it spicy, man.
Australians love rugby. It's huge in Australia and New Zealand too. Massive.
Yeah. Poor blokes. Bummer. No American football down there for them.
You got anything else you want to wrap?
Nope, that's it. Everybody leave your spicy comments so you can get entered to win this next week. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, hit that like button. Hit it right now. Thumbs up for us. Do it for the peeps. All right, guys. Love you all. See you later.
Have a go. Peace.
Bye.